Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 13 of season 2 of Man's Lawyer Podcast, where we keep it real biblical. So today's topic, we talking about sister wives. No, I'm just playing. We're talking about whoremonging in church, or whoremonging in general, actually, and the way it disrupts lives. I know what whoremonging is, but I've never partook in it. I don't think I meet the classification. So I'm gonna let Rita talk to y'all because she a big old whore. I'm just playing. No, you beat me till I was gonna say it so I get the reaction, but God done it. You come in. Well, I have
participated in it.
Come on, wait.
Go ahead.
Okay, so maybe I'm confusing too. So you remember the episode we did the definition of all different ones? Because fornicating is unmarried sex.
Mm-hmm.
And then adultery is cheating on your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Whoremonging
is everybody.
Whether you're a follower of Christ or not. And
well, let me change it.
Remember
I told you about my uncle. Look at what my uncle had said. Well, at least you get married.
Let's look it up.
Yeah. So, because I was going to say participating. You want to be a whoremonger like your mom and my mother, and all that. So let's say it like that.
A person who has dealings with prostitutes.
Oh, what does it say? Hold on.
It said my mother was a prostitute. You ain't never told me that, girl.
Baby, no, I wasn't. That's why let's look it up.
It said, hold on.
I thought it just meant people just in sexual relationships. What is whoremonging?
A sexually immoral person, which includes adulterers, so it is for everybody.
Yes.
Adulterers, fornicators, and those who frequent prostitutes. Oh.
But like I said, everybody. So those.
Well, I done paid for a stripper. No, I'm just playing.
So those of us who have participated in fornication is considered a whoremonger. Let's just horn along. Let me stop.
Cause you trying it. You pushing the limit.
Well, according to the biblical terms.
I'm trying to be whoremonging all over through this thing. I ain't about that life for real.
Okay.
Let me stop.
But anywho, but people may not consider themselves as so. But if we use the terminology that came out the Bible.
Yeah, because we say whore or the other word.
People what they like to call a woman a whore. But a whoremonger is a man or woman, any person participating in immortality, as it says, sexual things. You're not married. You're whoremonging. That's what whoremonging are. And that's why I said in the beginning, I have been a whoremonger before. But I am no longer a whoremonger.
Moving on. Oh, no, that's the topic. I was going to say we can move on. That's the topic. Okay.
Oh, but it said being a whoremonger in the church?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's get on that. In
Yeah,
general.
because I don't think the church in general, we said the disruption it has on the church.
Well, that could be some kind of bad.
Cause bad.
If you have people just sleeping around with committing fornication and adulteries among the church members, that could be detrimental to your health.
Okay, because so I heard of this story where the lady was talking about how she was dating somebody in the church, and we all know if people dating, they smashing, for lack of better terms. Essentially, that's what these folks is going on. Now, I'm gonna say this too because she said that that's what they was doing. They was together. That was her man.
She said it herself.
To my understanding, that's her man.
Okay, well if she
and
said
they was doing
it,
what they was doing. But most people in my general area, my general age group, if you dating somebody, you smashing. That's what people.
That's what people say, but not necessarily.
But I'm talking about in dating in 2025 in my age range. People, they're not trying to get nobody on top. Everybody sleeping around. You having situationships, smash this and the third, but don't want to give each other type or whatever the case is. Just know ain't no smashing going on over here. That's all that matters. So anyway, that was her man, and they was doing what couples do, I guess. But and also this other lady in church messing with her man. And I'm just like,
Did she know?
Huh?
Did she know?
It came out. Oh. No, did who know? The other lady know they was together?
Did the lady know that the other lady was?
I don't know, but I think
with her man.
But I think
along with her being whoremonger.
If I'm not confused, I don't know because it was a while ago. A long time ago.
Okay.
But I'm trying to remember the information. But the lady that was sleeping with her man was also married.
Hold up. Oh, so she
okay, so we got Sylvia and Jonathan
together.
Are they a couple in the church.
Dating.
And they some older people.
So
they ain't young.
So these are whoremongers.
Sylvia and Jonathan. Mm-hmm. And then Rebecca started sleeping with Jonathan too. Whole time Rebecca married to Matthew.
And he didn't know. That was whoremongering in the church, y'all. Mm-hmm. That is what they're called.
It's a whole bunch of mess and drama.
Ooh, Jesus.
You know people... Well...
That's why we need the Lord. We need to understand what the Word of God is telling us.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
And I want to say it's not really on topic, but I think it kind of plays into it. But and also, this is my podcast.
All right.
This is our. We talk about what we want to talk about.
Sure can.
However, but and also, so how do we feel about dating in the church?
How do we feel about it?
Yes.
You and I, we gonna have this conversation? Okay, well.
Because I got something I want to bring up to what was said to me about a young man, or what the young man said to me.
Well, I thought that we can talk about that. I thought that was great for him to say that to you because.
But let me tell y'all what he said before
so we can go ahead.
So that was just gentleman, and I'm not gonna give y'all a whole rundown. However, he and I were friends, and he said to me that he doesn't date people that attends his church because he is unmarried. He's a very single man. He is in his role or whatever his role is within the church, and he did not feel the need to date in his church because if it did not work out, then one, you got that whole situation going on in church, so that's bringing drama or whatever the case is. And then two, if that didn't work out, he decided to get with somebody else. Now it's just like he just dating all the females in churches and third, or whatever being said is being said. You know, people gonna come up with their own sayings. Oh, he's sleeping with this girl and that girl and this and third, and all these different things, right? Yeah. So he said it's just safer to not do. But he also said when it came to him wanting to, if he was in a relationship with someone, no one would know. No one would know if he's in a relationship because he felt like that keep him clear. Being the other role that he in, and then he said accused. When he wanted to, for being accused of anything, and when he wanted to propose, he's like, "Well, nobody know, but his bishop." And I said, "Well, that's weird because you have parents, you know." He's just like, "It's not their place to know until I'm ready to, until I have proposed." No, that's true. And I was like, and I'm looking at it from where I stand, right? And so then he said too, the church would not know, and once they were married, then hey, this is my wife. And now I understood the aspect of where he was coming from.
Dating.
Getting down to confusion. Like, you know, not telling. He didn't even tell people dating. Like, if he engaged with someone, I guess they would know then about the marriage I lived. But he didn't want anybody to know that he was dating this and third because he didn't want any type, I guess, mess, drama, and confusion going on. People start up in things, especially not dating because he didn't want to be seen as dating around in church and things like that. However, with me being a family-oriented person, you can't not be with me. Like, I don't care about the world not knowing. That ain't their business. But you cannot be with me and I not have any type of relationship with your parents and you not have one with my parents. If we're together, we're together. Now, I'm all for the privacy.
Did he say he didn't want the parents to know he was dating?
He said his parents would not know that he was proposing.
Oh, but he know they dating. They know.
He didn't say that.
Okay, so now when she told me this story, and I said, well, I understood that because of the role that he played in the church. I said, you don't want people to accuse you of being in the courts or just sleeping. Well, let me not say sleeping around because of just going from woman to woman or man to man in the church. Because if we are coming to the church houses for ourselves, you know, we're not. Our mind shouldn't be on, hey, I'm looking for a man. Or, hey, I'm looking for a woman.
But that's why a lot of people come to church.
Well, but still, I'm just saying. So that's why when she told me that the young man said that, I respected that and I got that. Because, too, just say if John and Mary date 6 months, 3 months, a year, and it doesn't work out, then John move on to Sarah. And that doesn't work out. Then John moved on to Rebecca.
Why everyone anyway?
I like to use the Bible names. And so, and it's not working out. And then it will bring some friction.
Because then you got all this strife in the church.
In the church house.
And all these women mad and jealous. Outside of causing problems between the women in the church, then you got gossip going on by the older people and the younger people. And all
even if you're not having sexual relations, we're going to stick with the Bible terms. People like to assume. And then too, just say, well, to me, this is totally my opinion. You know, you don't want that friction and animosity in the church, or this Rebecca stopped coming. Why? You know.
Because Sarah stole her man.
When she told me that, I understood and I agreed. That, you know, that made sense to me. Now, it's different. The difference is, because when he told her he wouldn't date a person that, you know, at his church, I'm like, well, okay. Now, that's what he said. He didn't say the Lord's will, did he? Nope. He did not. But that's just how he feel, and I understood that. So if you met a person and y'all started dating and you brought her, he or she, whether it's male or female, decided to start coming to the church where you at. So that's
because I think that the young lady that he's in a relationship with,
the first lady,
she
was a part of the church, wasn't it?
No.
Oh.
I think she started coming because of their relationship. And then when he was going to propose, it ended. Bless you.
Well,
and so, different. No. Because that's what led to the problem. Because then, I think he did propose. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
However, their relationship ended. And she started showing up to church with a whole nother dude.
So?
But it wasn't her church.
It was.
And
did she join the church?
No.
Oh.
Well, at least he didn't tell me she did.
She probably did.
But they broke up. Next week, she had church with another man.
So she was trying to be spiteful.
Something. But she the reason why they ended. Because that man proposed.
So I understand to keep down the mess in the church houses. And that's why.
Don't date these. No, I'm just playing.
You ought to be careful.
Yeah.
You know, well, I'm going to speak for me. I wouldn't date anybody in the church that I attend. But
I hope not. We are predominantly women.
Women?
No, we are predominantly women.
But still, there was a time when it wasn't. When it was the mother church, we had men in there. But I would not.
I wouldn't date anyone in my church. Because 98% of them related to me. 95% of them related. I don't know. It's it's 90% of them related to me. And we're 99.9% female. And of the men that's in there, got my daddy, my brother.
Okay, enough. But again,
and young kids.
Just say, and that's his preference. And I respect him for that. And I understood. So he didn't want any problems. Because he knew how that made him felt when the young lady.
And too, that would kind of, being with his position, that cut down on a whole lot of stuff that could.
That's
the words say be careful for nothing. So, and I completely understood where he was coming from. But in my mindset too, I'm thinking like, no, because that ain't no, you don't have to date. No, I'm not going to date around the church. However, he lost me with my parents don't even know. Hold on. See, now with me, and I know for a fact it's on top, and it was on topic, because it's just like you said, not hormone. Because people going to assume that that's what's going on. So with me, for these guys who are always trying to pursue me, and my mom has said it time and time again, like I told all of them, you know where I spend my time, right? Everybody knows where I spend all of my time. If I'm not at home, I'm at that building. If I'm not at that building, I'm at home, or I'm on a trip with the gym. And it's been a minute. So like that's where I spend my time, from here to there. And the guys like I told them, I go to church. You want to date me? Come to church. That's what you doing. So I've had a guy, he's older than me, who told me that he is interested in me. And then he gonna say, but nah, I'm not coming. Because that's how you get all them dudes to come to your church. He said, I want to go up in your church. Maybe full out of these dudes that want you. And I said, excuse me? So I said, I don't invite people to my... And my mom and them can tell you, I do not invite people to my church. Because that's a sacred space for me. And if I invite you and you don't come, or you tell me, yeah, I'm coming, you don't show up, now forever you're a compulsive liar to me. Number one. Number two, that's my sacred place. And you literally split in my face. I don't play with my God, and God don't play with me. So don't let me open up. See, that's something personal and special to me that I would even invite you to a service. So when you don't take it serious, that's a big thing for me, because that is a big part of, that's my whole being. My faith, my walk with God, my church, that's my safe place, right? So now I've had guys who have come, but it wasn't no me inviting them to the church. That's why I spend my time in. So they started asking, well, I want to young boy, you want to spend time, he's go to church. That's why I spend my time in. And Dave came. Now I had one guy every second and fourth. Was it second and fourth or second and third?
I don't remember.
Every second and fourth, that man was in church. He is the most involved. He was the most involved of all the dudes.
He came to Bible.
Baby, he was in Bible study every week and in church on second and third. It was back
first and third.
It was back to back. It was always 2 Sundays back to back.
Okay. So
it had to be second and third. Yeah, it was always 2 Sundays back to back. Second and third, that man was in church and in Bible study. He was there. There. Do you hear me? So, and I thought that was very funny. Now, I guess it was another guy. He finally showed up church once. And it just kind of threw me. I was like, why are you here? But he came. So, but I realized, like he was saying, now that's your way of getting these dudes to come to church. You trying to build your church body. And my folks made the joke, talking about one day we gonna look around and the church gonna be filled with all the dudes that's trying to talk to me and all the crazy people my grandma found outside the streets. And I said, that's not funny. Now the part about my grandma is very funny, because my grandma showed up with some random people. When I'm saying not like they're not welcome, but it's just like it'd be like very random with the people, and they never stay on. They just come, but most of them be coming to get something. Like it never fails. And I guess the dudes coming to get something too, me.
Well, oh well. I don't have to worry about that problem. If you come in,
here she go again.
If you come in because I invite you to school, no, I'm just saying.
Because I'm married.
No, because everyone know I'm spoken for. I am taken, but
I'm spoken for too.
Yeah. I've never whoremongered in the church.
You've never whoremongered in the church.
I was in them streets. Look at me. Let me stop playing. But I'm just playing.
I tell my daddy.
But your daddy know me. But we know the labels everybody. But that's what I'm saying. I never dated in the church.
I've never dated anybody in my church. Now I've been dating guys and they came to church, but ain't too many of them came to church. Who we had? 2 of them, 3.
I don't know, but let's
4.
So I'm gonna say this about the whoremonging in the church hour or whatever. Just like the minister was saying today. If the ministers, being that are called by God, are teaching exactly what come out that book or that Bible, baby, won't be no whoremonging in the church. And if you attend the church,
Whoremonging.
What?
She let it whoremonging, baby.
Whoremonging. It would not be any whoremonging in the church houses, because if he's teaching on it, the things that are against God, that'll clear all that up. And first of all, we have to be honest within ourselves. We have to want the word. Like I said, a lot of people just go to the church houses out of repetitions, out of routines, and they just go because they were told you need to go to church. And once you start going with an open heart, because, hey, I want to see Christ again. I want to go to heaven. I want to live the righteous way how it's required to me. And once we start going to church like that and listening, we won't worry about the whoremonging in there, because why? You're going to fear him. Once that fear seek in, the beginning of knowledge is fear. Once that fear seek in, then you're going to like, no, I ain't finna do that. I don't care if you have a large church and you see this a handsome man, that's a handsome man, and then for the man, that's a beautiful woman, blah, blah. Like I said in the beginning, if you are going to the church houses to hear what thus said the Lord, you ain't be looking like, man, that's not going to catch your eye.
Now, I go to somebody's church and get a number, because it ain't my church. That's what I was laughing. That's what I was laughing about.
So are you going to somebody else's church just to get a number?
I'm trying to be seen. What Shakara said, she be ready for offering time. She can walk around, people see her outfit. I'm trying to be seen. No, I'm just
whatever. Playing. No, but
she took her me.
But when we put on the whole armor of God, it cancels out all of that, and that's what matters. Whether it's whoremonging in the church house or whoremonging on your occupations in the streets or whatever, it cancels that out. And I guess, I know if we did, when we practice doing right gonna come back up. Amongst all this whoremonging, I saw somewhere they talking about all these cases of syphilis and, all these different...
which guy came in there and told us it was like an outbreak in Washington County.
But that's what I'm saying, because all this...
outbreak across the USA.
All this whoremonging is going on. You understand? Zip it, close it, sit down somewhere. Zip your pants, close your leg.
So, I just wonder, okay, so the young lady, it was two different people made the statement. One made it last week, and when I said you're going to talk about it, then the lady made it at the little gathering we had. And essentially both of them said, don't come to church until you're ready. You still going to be out here playing with God. I don't see the point in coming. So I understand where they're coming from when they say, don't come until you're ready, blah, blah, this and third. But also, imagine dying in your sin. Imagine you sitting there saying, well, I ain't even finna waste time with God, or even just give him a little bit of my time right now, because I know I ain't ready for it. I'm still trying to be out here in these streets. And boom, car crash.
Lift your eyes.
Die on sight. Imagine the feeling of waking up dead. Imagine the feeling of waking up burning. Imagine the feeling of standing before the judgment seat and God just running back your whole life of all of the wrong and evil doing you have done. Imagine watching it and hearing God tell you, depart from me. I never knew you. Imagine opening your eyes in here right beside the person you can't stand. Imagine it, right? And so I understood what she come from my son, because I want to be playing with God. Because on the flip side of it, imagine coming to church every Sunday and you still whoremonging. Imagine coming to church every Sunday. Nothing about you change. Just nothing. Because I think when I be sitting in Bible study, I don't care what we going over, I'm always asking, okay, do you have this problem? Does it need to be fixed? Does somebody need to stop? Does somebody need to work on? I'm always self-reflecting on myself, even with my responses. Even with, like, case in point, yesterday, when I made my second trip to Walmart. Before I went, I told my mom. Before I went, I told my mom, or I said, come on, ride with me to Walmart. She gonna send me no. Mind you, we left out of Walmart. We were in Walmart in Cleveland, and she forgot to get her shopping curtain. Shower curtain. Shopping. We in Walmart shopping. She forgot to get her shower curtain. She didn't turn around and go get another and third. Whatever we got in the car. I still had to go to Walmart because the stuff I needed to get for the child care and the nonprofit. So we come back. We get back, they drop me and my little goddaughter off at the house. So I'm finna go take her home. I was going to Walmart. I'm like, come on, go to Walmart. No, I am not. I said, I bet, don't call me, she bring you nothing. That's exactly what I said. So, lo and behold, I'm in Walmart, finishing up and get ready to go. I get a phone call. And I knew she was calling for something. So, when I answer the phone, I immediately say, do not ask me to get you anything. You didn't want to come with me. She gonna say hello. Like she didn't hear nothing I said to her. I said, I know you heard what I said to myself. Hello? I said, I know you heard what I said to myself. Are you going to Walmart? So I said, I'm in Walmart and finna get up out of here. And this is exactly how I said to my son. I forgot to get my shower curtain. I said, you heard me good and clear. When I got out your car, you told me no, you weren't going nowhere with me to not ask me for anything. I said, when I answered the phone, I said, don't ask me for anything because you chose not to go in. It's not the first time she has done that. Now, mind you, she didn't want me to go somewhere with her, and I told her no, baby, she wouldn't bring me nothing. All right, cool. So, all was going on. So then she was like, whatever. Then she proceeded to tell me all the rest of this and third. Then gonna say, go ahead and go over there and get my shower curtain. I said, I will not. She hung up on me. She hung up on me. However, as I walked through the thing, I said, let me get my mom her shower curtain so I heard her get up out of here. And I said that because at the end of the day, first of all, I'm never disrespecting my mom. I don't care how she wanted to take. I would never disrespect to her. And of course, I meant by don't ask me to get her nothing. Because you're like, you can't ride with me. So, and I was tired. The most times I ask her to ride me is because I'm sleepy. And I need to make sure I stay woke. All she got to do is sit on the passenger side. She ain't trying to do that. So, I went and got showered because I said, yeah, because I don't want, even though I didn't do anything wrong, any event that God was just like, yeah, I don't like that. Baby, I ain't trying to be punished.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a done shower curtain. Well, actually, she said shower curtain. What she actually needed was not a shower. I'm up there finna get it done. $15 shower curtain. And that's not what she needed. She needed a liner.
A liner, okay. So let's let me rewind back to the person that's...
Well, hold on. The point of me saying it was that because my whole point was you're going to church day in and day out, or Sunday in, Sunday out. And for me, specifically, I'm in Bible study. Thursday in, Thursday out. Let me stop being country. Thursday in, Thursday out. And I've been making fun of her all week, and I realized all day I haven't been talking like her. So I'm going to Bible study Thursday in, Thursday out. I hate to miss, but if I'm out of town, I tell that shut it down. We ain't no Bible study. I'm selfish in that point.
Her. Baby, please.
And, Mom, we've shut. Baby, if I'm not there, we'll have it.
A lie?
Y'all had Bible study one time without me, and I was very upset.
You missed how many times? The other time we didn't have it because he had to go to work.
Don't matter. We didn't have it. I want to miss Bible study once. I'm selfish about Bible study. I like for people to come in Bible study, but also don't interrupt me. Let me finish my chapter. My dad would talk about me. He was like, "Jazz, don't get mad when because don't mess up the game plan, right?" But I'm in Bible study Thursday in, Thursday out. Church service Sunday in, Sunday out. Sunday in, Sunday out. I done missed it. Grandma got me now. And every morning, I read my chapter. If I'm filling my mind with my word, checking me to make sure I'm right, and I'm doing this faithfully. And this is what I talk about. This is how I carry myself. This is the life I say I live. You know how distraught I would be if I woke up in hell?
Very.
But imagine how God feel if you saying you're of me, but none of your actions show that, right?
Kind of way.
Imagine it.
Okay. So what I was going to say, when people make this statement, I'm not ready and why come till I get ready? First of all,
you got to go there to get ready.
If you don't ever hear something to trigger your mind.
To want to do right.
Yeah. You know, that's like he tell us to pray without ceasing. You know? So if you don't ever come to here, and if you wait to something real tragic that happened in your life, then all of a sudden I want to come to the church house. I want to get to know the Lord. What? And if you're not coming because you know you're doing wrong, oh, come on now. Okay. I used to hear him say, well, I'm going to get right, then I'm going to come. No such thing. Because how you going to get you right? You have to come in here.
That cracks me up.
Yeah, you got to come in here. Come to the church house. You know, the church house is for the sin sick. That's where we're supposed to be. People who living in sin, you come to the church house to drive the sin out of you. The word is the rod of correction. It's telling us this, that, and the other, how to get the sin out of us. You know, so that's where you're supposed to be. You know, come. But now when you go, it tells us do all things decent and in order. You don't go there to be disrupted. You go there to listen. Just like we was in school. We went to the schoolhouse to learn the schoolwork so that we can promote to the next grade, so that we can graduate get our diploma, and if you're going on to your college, your second, third degree, go to college, the university, to go further as your education. Same thing about the house of the Lord. It's a school to teach us how to live holy, how to make it into heaven. And if we don't live holy, then we're going to go to hell. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. But if I say, well, I'm going to stay at home, I ain't ready yet. You ain't ready yet. Baby, you have people come in this world, stay 30 minutes and die. That's a child. You have folks 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, just dying. So what do you mean?
You got old folk dying still hollering about they ain't ready yet.
They ain't ready yet.
It's too late now.
Come in here. Be convicted. Be condemned. You got to hear something to make you say, Lord, I need to serve God. It's time out for all this here. But Sunday after Sunday, you laying up, shacked up, killing, stealing, have no desire to change. That's just the same. Then, okay, I'm going to put, oh, look at this spiritual that just came to me. Whoremonging. If you not in Christ, you are whoremonging against him. Because you in the world. Bam. Get it? You're still a whoremonger. Christ, the world. When you choose the world, you are whoremonging against Christ. What was the definition?
The analogy is wrong.
No, it's not. What was the definition of a whoremonger?
It's going all over. No. The analogy would be...
we supposed to be married to the Lord.
If you choose to be married to him.
Yes.
But you didn't say that. You said when you choose in the word.
Christ. Yes.
So the analogy would be us who saying we love God and we still dibbling and dabbling. That's whoremonging.
Against the
spiritual
Lord.
Whoremonging. There you go. It's me. Okay? Jazz spiritual whoremonging. All I do is talk about God this and third whole time in these streets for real. I'm putting everything over on. I got this God, that God, this God, that God. That's spiritual whoremonging. Right. There you go. Yeah. Because First Peter said, you got God, you got not God, you choose not God.
What I was saying, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I love how you wrapped it back in and you missed the knowledge. Let me stop making the words. But I get where you're coming from.
It's the truth.
But also in however. I get what they were saying when they say, I'm not ready yet. But also in however. Like Rita said, how you gonna get ready if you're not here to think? And then too, you can't get yourself ready.
No, we cannot.
However, I have a little bit more respect for those individuals that say, yeah, this ain't for me right now, or this not what I want, this and third, who completely stand away. You acknowledging that there is a God, and you also acknowledge you don't want to have nothing to do with him. Compared to those people
going to hell through the church house,
who in church playing in God's face, or playing in their own face, because you can't play in God's face. He know your heart for it. You going to church day in, day out, no change. And people looking at you in your church just like, probably not. People will judge you by the people who attend to your church. True. They'll judge the pastor by the ones that attend. Because it says the pastor must be first partaker. Mm-hmm. And if this how your members acting, what example are you setting? Mm-hmm. If the majority of your members are, if any of your members are a reflection of you, what example are you setting? For those who just coming in because you play in church, like they say, play house, you play in church. Definitely play in church. So I have more respect for the people on this side who know this ain't what they want. But I've said it for years. There's a difference in believing that there is God and believing in God. Most people believe that there is God. Even atheists believe that there is God, because if you really didn't, you wouldn't have the title atheist.
You wouldn't say you're antichrist.
You wouldn't even say antichrist.
There no need to say.
Because that means you acknowledge that man was Christ.
Right.
Huh? That just means you're against it. That the way you want to live. That's exactly what that means, right? There's a difference in believing that there is a God and that you believe in God. Because a lot of these people walking around here saying that they believe in God really are only acknowledging that there is a God, because you only reference God when you need something, when you get something, and this, that, and the third. God reigns on the just as well as the unjust.
He does.
You reap what you sow.
You do.
In the words of the world, what goes around comes around. God gives you your just reward. Whether that's good, bad, or ugly, you're gonna get it back. If you help this person, that's another best thing you will. What we fail to realize when we begin to weigh or try to put a size on blessings that God gives. Oh, this is a little blessing. Oh, this is a big blessing. God did his big one because he gave you a house and a car. Huh? The biggest blessing, and I've said this before, the biggest blessing, the fact this man still let you walk around this earth, air in your lungs. You got people out here who deaf, blind, and dumb, crippled of the sort, and you walk around here perfectly fine and talking about you don't believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me God ain't a just God. Mm-hmm. That man is that not just. That man is merciful. Cause I wish somebody would tell me they don't believe in me, and I'm the whole reason for your being gone. Ain't even here.
Thank the Lord. God is
that is like merciful. Cause listen, let you live 120 years on this earth, not believing in him whatsoever. Let you accomplish these things and have this and have that, have the gift of life, and then you die. Imagine you got 120 years in this thing, and God just bless you so much, and when you die, you in front of that judgment seat, and God just read you all your things. You hear the voice, because you're not going to see him. You're going to hear the voice. Imagine hearing that voice. Banished. Your butt in hell. I wish I would spend my whole life walking around here talking about I don't believe in God, I'm in hell. Whew. That's
what you're supposed to be.
Baby. No, I'm saying I don't believe in God and I hear God. Oh, I'm in hell looking up at this man like, God done it.
He was real.
Imagine.
It was real.
But imagine more. Because this is why I'd be more disappointed in. Knowing that man exists. And faking that I love him for real. A whole hypocrite in this thing. Wake up in here like, God, well, wait a minute now. Because the pastor had told me that, what the old people say, all I had to do was confess you out my mouth. They told me wasn't no wrong with cursing because cursing in the Bible and he cursed. What's his name? I ain't there yet. God still working on me. You drop dead and everybody put you in heaven. God said perfection.
Complete.
But we give God our version of perfection. Take me as I am. Huh? We love that. There's ain't nobody on this earth perfect. That is a lie. Y'all just be making up stuff.
Yeah.
God don't expect you to be perfect. The word says perfection. He requires you to be like him. What do you think be like him means?
Just like him.
What do you think be like him means?
Without sin.
Humble, a servant leader, blemishless. Say that phrase 3 times. Come on now. God ain't whoremong. Period. Ever. He never gave into flesh. He denied flesh all day. Actually, he came here in the form of flesh so that you can know, hey, do what you got to go through right here. Whoremonging. Child, please.
Let it go.
Let me tell you the fear, God. I'm scared. I'm scared. I want to. I tell people every day, God, don't take me. If you take me now, I ain't gonna make it. Cause look, I had some thoughts thinking. A couple people I wanted, but God wouldn't do that. That's not true. God will people all the time. So yeah. But whoremonging period. Mm-hmm. We're gonna sum this up to don't be whoremonging around on my Jesus. Cause my God don't play.
Choose God.
He is jealous. My God ain't no man you gonna dip and dabble on. Cause he gonna cut you down like a dead tree.
You want you hot?
You don't bear no fruit.
Nothing in the middle.
I just gonna say hot and ready. I finna say this is not a little season. I don't know. And on that note, this has been another wonderful episode of Man's Glory, where we keep it real biblical. We will see you guys next week.